question 2. Okay, so we have A, which is express 2.59090990 ... Okay, now guys, they're telling you to express in the form of A over B, isn't it? Now you can write this in simple terms as this is the same as 2.5. Notice the repeating is 9090, so you can just say 90 bar, like that. All right, so now how do you solve this? You're going to say let x be equal to 2.590 bar, all right, as your equation 1. Then you're going to multiply this. You're going to take this decimal here, right, before the bar here, right? So how do you do that? You're going to multiply by 10, isn't it? So x is equal to 2.590 bar. I'll multiply it with 10. So this is 10x is equal to 25.90 bar, like that. So this is equation 2. Now I have to go over the bar now. Okay, so over the bar I have to multiply this with 1, 2, which is 100, right? So I'm going to multiply now 10x equal to 25.90 bar. I'll multiply it with 100. So this will be 1000 x is equal to 2590, all right, 0.90, because the bar here will cross here, will cross the decimal, right? But when it crosses, since this is repeating, it has to again repeat in that way. So it's crossed, but that's a repeat. Now if decimal point shifts over the bar once, it means the next is to subtract equation 2 from, right, from equation 3. So I'm going to have 1000 x equal to 2590.90 bar. I'll say minus, this would be 10x, all right, equal to 0.90 bar. Then this is 5052, like that. I'll subtract, so I'll take 1 from here, right, and I'll give it, so this will remain as 8. I'll give 1 there, so this will be 99x is equal to 2565.0, isn't it? So our 99x equal to 2.2565.0. I'll divide by 990. Right, I'll divide by 990, and our x will be in simplest form will be 57 over 22. I assume so. If you try dividing by 45, try 45 in there and 45 in there. I think it should give you that. Okay, that's the answer there. Okay, so that's the answer in simplest form. Anything away from this is false. Okay, so let's go to question 2. I hope this is clear. Any erasers? So now question 2, I have a binary operation is defined on the set of real numbers as follows. So we have a star b is equal to 2 negative a plus b. Okay, where a and b are real numbers. And the question is the operation commutative. Now for commutative, you have to understand that a star b has to be equal to b star a, right? Now notice a star b already have it. We need to find b star a. Now to find b star a, you should know how this is reading. We have a star b, which is 2 negative a plus b. How are we reading this operation? So this operation, we call this guy here as first number, we call this as second number, right? So we are reading this as 2 to the power negative first number plus second number. Okay, so the one which is coming first here, this is first number, that is second number. This is like a program, a computer, which cannot differentiate between a and b, but it can differentiate between positions. The one which is coming first as first number, the one which is coming second as second number. That's where it is. So our operation, this operation is reading as 2 to the power negative first number plus second number. Okay, why is b a second number? Because it's starting second. Why is a first number? Because it's starting first. That's how you read an operation. Okay, and if you want more videos and clarity, I'll repeat it once more. Go on Play Store and do the following: search this application ZFuse and go and enjoy the experience. So let's get back to now b star a. So already have a star b, so therefore my b star a will be, now notice b is starting first, so this will now be your first number and this will be your second number. So how are you going to read this operation? You're going to read this operation as 2 to the power negative first number plus second number. Right, now you have answered. Now guys, are these two the same? Is a star b the same as b star a? Notice you have negative a here, you have negative b. Have you noticed? You have b, you have a, so they're not the same. So we're going to say, since a star b is not equal to b star a, therefore the operation, right, star, alright, is not commutative. Alright, so you have answered. You go to the next one. Find the value of negative 1 star 0. Okay, find the value of the first one is negative 1 star 0 star 1. Alright, which is the last two. And the second part is negative 1 star, alright, 0 star 1, which is the first two. Okay, so I'll find this one. Now let's find this one here, the first one. Therefore negative 1 star 0 star 1. Now guys, if I was to ask you, like, how many operations are here, how many stars are here, notice there's only one star, and that star is this one. The ones in bracket here represents just one, represents the second number. So you have the first number here, and this you have as your second number. That's how it is. Okay, so now what are you going to do here? Since this is in brackets, you're going to simplify this. How are you going to do it? You're going to say let 0 star 1 be equal to a p, right? So now you're going to solve your p. So p is equal to, how do you solve this? You're going to solve this the same way you're reading your operation. Your operation, your mother operation is reading as, your mother operation is a star b is reading as a star b is equal to 2 to the power negative first number, right, plus second number. So you're going to solve it in this sum fashion, yeah? So you're going to say 2 to the power negative first number plus second number, because 0 is now your first number and 1 is your second number in terms of position. So your p here will be 2 to the power 0 plus 1, and your p will be 1 plus 1, your p will be 2. So now after you answer these two here, you're going to now replace it back, because you equated this to p. This was your p here, right? So you bring back your 2 here. So you're going to say, therefore my negative 1 star, where those p are replaced 2, will now be equal to, then again you solve it in the same way, 2 to the power negative first number plus second number, and your answer will be 2 to the power 1 plus 2, which is 4. So you have answered for the first one. So let's answer now for also negative 1 star 0 star 1. So you're going to answer it in the same fashion. You're going to say let the one which is in brackets, negative 1 star 0 be equal to y, right? So then you're going to solve your y. So your y will be, how do you solve for this? It will be 2 to the power negative first number plus second number. So your y will be 2 to the power 1 plus 0. So your y will be 2. So now after you answer your 2, you have to take it back here. Okay, so you're going to have, therefore you're going to have 2 to the 2 operation 1, of which you're going to answer it in the same fashion as 2 to the power first number plus second number, and answer will be 1 over 4, 1 over 2 to the power 2. How do you kill this negative? It's the same as that, right? The negative. So this will be 1 over 4 plus 1, and the answer is 5 over 4. You have answered. Now the last part that they're telling you is, and state whether associative. Okay, now notice we're going to say, since negative 1 star 0 star 1 is not equal to negative 1 star 0 star 1, okay, last 2 and first 2. Since these two are not the same, therefore the operation, all right, is not associative. Okay, so that's how you go about this question. Okay, let's go to part C of the question. Okay, part C is saying sketch and solve. Okay, all right, this is not bad. So guys, we have C there. C is saying graph the function g of x equal to the square root of 1 minus 2x. Okay, so how do you graph this? The first thing when you're graphing, x needs to be independent. Okay, so your g of x will be x needs to be independent. So you're going to factorize 2. Don't factorize negative 2. Okay, factorize 2. So factorize 2 inside, this will be 1 over 2. This will be x. Okay, so after that, guys, remember there's a principle called a of ab, right, which is the same as a b, isn't it? So I'm going to do the same for g of x. So this will be the square root of 2, and here there was a negative in the question. Square root of x, square root of 1 minus 2x. Okay, so you have simplified. So here this means this can be a vertical stretch, or I'll explain. All right, so after that, you're now going to go to a general graph or the parent graph. All right, parent graph. What is your parent graph? Your parent graph is going to be, so what is your parent graph? Your parent graph will be y equal to, we look at x. Y is x. X is inside the square root and it is a negative. All right, so that's your parent graph. Then here there's a negative, guys. Then the other thing is, if you have this, okay, this guy here means reflection. Okay, it doesn't mean the parent graph unless x is inside there. All right, after the parent graph, you go to horizontal shift. All right, horizontal shift. All right, how do you find the horizontal shift? You say let 1 minus 2x be equal to 0, and your x is equal to half. After this, you equate what is inside the function here. That's horizontal shift. Then do you have a vertical shift? No, you do not have, unless you add something like this. F of x is equal to negative square root of 2 square root of 1 minus x. Okay, minus 3 outside here, or plus 2 outside the square root. This is your vertical shift. A number away from the square root is a vertical shift. That's how it works. Okay, then secondly, if you have not that, if you have b f of x, all right, when if I'll say b is greater than 1, meaning you're going to have a vertical stretch. All right, by vertical stretch I mean, let's say for instance y is equal to the square root of x. I'll sketch it. It'll be something like this. Then let's take for instance this point is 1, and this point is y is equal to 1. All right, this is y is equal to the square root of x. Now let's say I have y is equal to 3 square root of x. Then let me maintain my x. Let x be equal to 1. So for y is equal to 3 square root of 1, and your y is equal to 3. Right, so now coordinate this will be 1 comma 3, 1, and your 3 will be here. It is this point, right? So notice if I was to sketch, my graph will go like that. Okay, so for vertical stretch, if there's a number that is in front of your square root, if your number that is in front of your function is greater than 1, then not negative but just greater than 1, then it has to be on top of your graph. It will stretch vertically. By stretching vertically, I mean it will get closer to the y-axis than the other one. So if this one is that, then the other one will go higher than the other one. That's if the number is greater than 1. Okay, now if it is less than 1, b is less than 1. So let's take, for instance, b is equal to 1 over 2, right? And we have our y is equal to the square root of x. So this is x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1. So if half, so let's find y is equal to half square root of x. So let x be equal to 1 and find for y. So our y will be 1 over 2 square root of 1, and that's will be 1 over 2. So y is 1 over 2. 1 over 2 is below 1, which is somewhere a point inside there. So notice if b is less than 1, it will be a point inside the original function, inside the parent graph, stuff like that. Alright, so always you should remember that whatever I've said here. Okay, now let's go back to our question. Okay, where is it? Alright, so I'm going to say since, alright, so here, this guy here, and I'll repeat, the negative here means reflection. So this number here, notice, is greater than 1, just the number itself without the negative. The negative means reflection. Square root of 2 is the same as 1 point something, 1.4, so it means it's greater than 1. So I'm going to say vertical, so meaning you're going to have a vertical axis, a vertical stretch by square root of 2. Okay, so now you have everything. Do you have the reflection? Yes, you have the reflection. The reflection will be your original function. Okay, so I have all this information. Now let me sketch. Y and x. Okay, so the first thing is a parent graph, and I'll draw it in this fashion. So this is y is equal to negative x when this is 0. Then it will shift to where? It will shift to 1 half. Why can I find half? Half, all the positives are found this side, so I'll approximate that my half is here. So meaning this no longer start from 0, but it will start from here. So it will go like that, and it won't become taller than the other one. It will be of the same height. Okay, so this here is y is equal to the shift 1 over 2 minus x. Right, so to know this point here, this is y-intercept. In the y-intercept, x is 0, so I'll replace 0 there. Y is equal to half minus 0. Y is equal to the square root of half. Now what is the square root of half? Square root of half is the same as the square root of 1 over the square root of 2. And the answer will be 1 over the square root of 2. Okay. After this, what are we having? We're having the vertical stretch by that. So meaning to just, this is greater than 1, isn't it? So it will just become taller than this. So it will go like that. Okay, so by means I'm multiplying. So this one is y is equal to square root of 2. Notice everything is happening in the positives, right? I'll show you how the negative will play part. Okay, so now since it's by, I'll multiply this. It's like I'm multiplying this function by 1 over 2, isn't it? So to get to this point is y is equal to square root of 2 square root of half minus 0, because it's y-intercept. So this will be the square root of 2 times the square root of half, and the answer is the same as the square root of 2 times 1 over the square root of 2. This will cancel, and the answer is 1. So this point is 1. Okay, now let's go to the reflection. So we are done with this general shift stretch. Let's go to the reflection. So it will reflect, if this is 1 positive, it will reflect to negative 1. Right, so a graph will be like this. Okay, that will be a graph. So this now is y is equal to negative, or you can just write it, yeah, negative 1 minus 2x. Okay, or if you want, you can just write -2 -1/2 minus x. It's the same. Okay, so that's the way it is. So to reflect the positive, I just reflected to the negative. That's what this negative means. Okay, and this is the highest, right? So you just take that. Or if you want to know how to cut, you can just replace your 0 there. So you're going to have negative square root of 2, negative that minus 0, negative square root of 2 times 1 over square root of 2. This will cancel, remain with negative 1 there. So that's how you sketch this, guys. And yeah, then they're saying hence find the solution set of the inequality. Okay, so I'll continue this in part 2 of the videos of part 2 of question